This has been amazing just to be behind the scenes and see how we have put this together.
Don't you think we're going to have like a surreal moment here?
My background is in broadcast journalism.
So I'm used to sitting down, getting those stories told. And not only am I excited for what's happening on the track, but also what's happening off the track.
I just don't feel like our sport has had that opportunity.
Hey, what's up and welcome to Reaction Time. I'm Kayla Zadell, and I think it's safe to say that the start of the 2025 Mission Foods NHRA Drag Racing Series wasn't quite the start that everyone had hoped for. Rain plagued a lot of the Amalie Motor Oil NHRA Gatornationals, but that didn't stop Gaige Herrera, Dallas Glenn, Chad Green, and Antron Brown from taking home those first wins of the season. I've got more on that coming up. Plus, a quick recap of the World Series of Pro Mod and what else is making headlines. And before we get into all of that, let's hear from our friends at Drag Race Bracket Bonanza.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
So like I mentioned earlier, much of the Gatornationals was plagued by rain and then a power outage, but nonetheless, race day went on. And reigning top field champion Antron Brown, kicked off the 2025 NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series with a win at Gainesville Raceway, defeating defending event winner Shawn Langdon in the final round.
The flames snap high right off the starting line. Finish line stripe. It is going to be Antron Brown. Brown runs 367.3, low ET of the race, just shy of 334 miles an hour to beat Langdon's 368.4. A great top fuel final.
I hope you guys can hear this up here because Antron Brown has been screaming, that was a race. Shawn Langdon come over and said, well done, Jerome. AB, you told us you've been racing in alter egos today. You just pulled out a 36 light against Shawn Langdon. How did today challenge your talents?
You got to put it up there. These drivers are incredible this year, Amanda, and all these teams are doing the homework and won that championship. And hats off to the team because you know what? Kept on digging deep, getting better, and we knew that's a monster house over there. Langdon's no joke driving, but Jerome's in the house. I was joking with him. But we're having a lot of fun, but being here at the Gatornationals, start the year off like this is a true blessing. All the praise and glory goes to God, but a team, I'm part of this team that's incredible. Brian, Brad, Oliver, Matco, Lucas Oil, Toyota, Hanksford boys, great job. Hey, how about that? Gator time, woo!
Well, we might know a thing or two about Jerome. And now Chad Green opened his 2025 funny car season in standout fashion, earning his first career Gatornationals win and his second in Nitro funny car.
Thunderstorm swirling in the distance around Gainesville Raceway. It has been a race against time, a race against each other, and a race against Mother Nature. One of the most topsy-turvy and epic runnings of the Gatornationals in this facility's history. The funny car final is up. It's going to be Chad Green for the second time in his career. Chad Green wins the Gatornationals. Unbelievable. This is career fifth final round, his second victory. Dean Marinas, Joe Serena. Unreal. Wow.
And in Chad Green's second career win in funny car, not only is he going to get the Wally presented to him by Amalie Motor, or he's going to go home with that sweet Gator trophy as well. And Chad, you're going to want to go back and look at the film of your run because your team absolutely lost their mind at the end of that. Dean Moranis just said on the big screen that this is a dream that he's been racing for his whole life. Woo! How does this just add to your story, Chad?
This is a dream for me too. I mean, to win here at the Gatornationals, I can't believe I'm a Gatornationals winner. It's just so awesome. I actually drove my first ever legal race car down the track here at this track. This track means so much to me, and well, I can't believe I get both of these. No, I can't. I'm so proud of my team. Let me tell you, we thrashed. We didn't do good in qualifying.
Yeah, baby.
Car came around at the right time. We have both our teams, our new team over working on the car too. Just couldn't be more proud of these guys. And we had some new sponsors with us here this weekend. Tony, Charles from Drive, and our Logan Industries over there, Scott. So it couldn't be better. Thanks, guys.
And now in Pro Stock, Dallas Glenn extracted some bit of revenge of his KV Titan Racing teammate Greg Anderson, defeating the reigning world champion. Here's what went down.
Summit Racing equipment on board for Greg Anderson. Pro Stock final. Oh boy, Greg Anderson's car shook the tires. Dallas Glenn will open the season with a win line on the strange side of the drag strip, 6:54.9 at 211 miles an hour. He was one race late from doing that in Pomona, California.
And Emily's going to hand that trophy to Dallas Glenn. And when I talked to you to kick off this weekend, you said that your thoughts have been on that 2,000th of a second in Pomona that you lost the championship to Greg Anderson. How does this help with that disappointment?
This definitely feels good. You know, Greg has always been one of them that's always just had my number. He keeps getting me, even though he's an old guy, he's still got it. He's got a really good hot rod, and you know, they definitely stepped it up for me today. You know, we had a good qualifying run, but we struggled early on, and you know, it was flying out there. It barely made it down on that one, but you know what? We got the win. Rad Torque Systems, Summit Racing, DPF Parts Direct, Bell Helmets, everybody. My wife, SR Driven Media, is here. Got the whole crew right here. Yes, this is payback.
And well, there appears to be no stopping Gaige Herrera at Gainesville Raceway as the back-to-back defending world champion remains unbeaten at the historic facility, picking up his third straight Gatornationals victory.
They're off. The quicker 60-foot time to Gaige Herrera by 3/100ths of a second. And at the finish line stripe, Herrera, 6:72.2 beats a 6:72.3. This is going to be a long, long season, Tony, if this is what we have to look forward to.
Oh, welcome to the top end of Gaige Herrera. We're going to wait for his wallet to get delivered. He pulls up to join us down here. And Gaige, man, for 2 seasons, it has been the rivalry between Matt Smith and Gaige Herrera. How matched is this rivalry now?
Oh, it's really matched. You know, I haven't seen the ticket yet, but I'm guessing I probably got him on the tree a little. He's had a fast hot rod all weekend, and so have I. I've had a consistent one. I don't know what I ran there. We threw the special tire on there and basically said we're going to see what happens, and we sent it. And coming home with the win, you know, to start off the season here at Gainesville. Thank you, sir. You're very welcome. To start the season off here in Gainesville with the win, it's just a lot of momentum for the whole team. You know, we also got the win down in Matthew got the win on the Junior Cup, so bike on the road race in Daytona. So I mean, this is just an incredible weekend for Vance Hines, Revzilla, Motul, Suzuki. I mean, all of them. None of this is possible without them, and I'm very proud. And it's time to celebrate. Woo!
Another big moment at the Gatornationals, Greg Anderson made a statement in Pro Stock when he smashed the Pro Stock national record.
Anderson's 100th better to 60 feet. Greg Anderson goes 6:44.3. World record elapsed time. That is the quickest time in the history of Pro Stock drag racing. Out of the park, over the fence. That is as good as it gets. The quickest run in Pro Stock history.
The guy brings a hammer to the Gatornationals and crushes the world record. Greg Anderson, by 7/1000ths of a second, throws down the quickest run we've ever seen.
Also, another underlying theme that played out during this weekend was Bob Tasca III's comments about Fox Sports' Indy ads during the off-season. And this is what he said in a top-end interview after winning round 1. I'm very disappointed with Fox Sports. All winter, I got to hear the fastest motorsports in the world, and I looked up and I didn't see the PPG Mustang, and I didn't see Proc's car. I saw an Indy car. And the fact is, we are the fastest motorsport in racing, and I think it's an insult to the drivers and the fans. So now a quick backstory on this. Fox Sports acquired some of the broadcast rights for IndyCar this year, and Fox Sports aired a few ads at the And at the end, it stated, "Welcome to the fastest racing on earth." And that has obviously ruffled a few feathers in the drag racing community. And Bob Tasca III spoke out on that this past weekend. And now a couple of quick updates that I want to mention. Due to time constraints on Sunday at Gainesville Raceway, eliminations in the Congruity NHRA Pro Mod Series from the Gator Nationals have been moved to the Route 66 NHRA Nationals, which takes place in May at Route 66 Raceway in Chicago. And then due to inclement weather, NHRA officials moved the Wright Trailers Top Fuel All-Star Call-Out to the Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals, and that is in March at the In-N-Out Burger Pomona Drag Strip. Now, before we get to the World Series of Pro Mod recap, we'll be right back after this break from Burromax.
Welcome to the 1600, Burromax's newest model. This bike can reach up to 32 miles per hour. Let's get a rundown of all the features. This bike has a lithium-ion battery, can hold up to a 6'4", 350-pound rider. Super bright LED lighting, also has 4 different modes to adjust the speed. Get yourself one of our other models and ride with your friends. You won't regret it.
So I wanted to give you all a quick recap of the World Series of Pro Mod. Steve King of Pilot Racing was crowned the champion, if you haven't heard. And after he took down Stevie Fast Jackson in the final round, they both took their time pulling into the staging beams here, you can see. And then they both left the starting line. We'll get there in just a minute. Like I said, they had a bit of a staging duel. But it was King who reached the finish line first with a 362. And you'll kind of see at the end there, Jackson popped what looked like the blower. And guys, get this. The margin of victory was 1,000th of a second. Pretty crazy. First time in World Series Pro Mod history. Then Ken Cortuccio locked up the inaugural Drag Illustrated Winter Series Championship. He did it during the second round of eliminations at the World Series of Pro Mod. Ken Q was awarded with a beautifully engraved glass championship cup from Blue Ribbon Awards and Apparel, a $25,000 bonus, a championship ring from Jostens, and other prizes. And now here's a quick look at how the final points standings shook out. You can see Ken Q there with 1,173 points. Then Steve King follows with 1,197. Then Stevie Jackson, Kai Kelly, and Mark Mickey round out the top 5. So congrats to everybody that competed in the DI Winter Series. Tough competition. It was a great time. And so, guys, thanks for tuning in. Kind of had some technical difficulties with today's show. The software updated, so we'll get that worked out. But thanks for watching. And as always, stay tuned to Drag Illustrated socials for updates and dragillustrated.com. Click like, click subscribe. And I'm Kayla Zadell. This is Reaction Time. But before we close out the show, here's a really cool recap of the Pro Mod final and winner's circle from Project Prime.